Living in New York City is expensive, and sometimes it can be challenging to afford even the basic necessities such as clothing and furniture. Did you know that you may be eligible for funding to help offset the cost of certain items for your loved one with an intellectual or developmental disability? The Family Reimbursement Program at Adapt Community Network is here to help. Give us a call today at 1-877-827-2666 to see if you qualify.
Hello, and welcome to Adapt Community Network's 2021 Virtual Family Connect Summit. We are so pleased you can join us. This is Session D, How to Help Children Succeed in School Through Assistive Technology. And our session will begin shortly following this brief introduction. My name is Tracy Picard, and I am the Vice President of Family Support Services here at Adapt Community Network. Adapt is a nonprofit provider of an array of services for children, teens, and adults with intellectual or developmental disabilities who live across the 5 boroughs of New York City. To learn more about our range of services, please call Project Connect, our information and referral line, at 877-827-2666. During this session, you will learn how assistive technology is used to help children with special needs participate more fully in academic activities. The session presenters are Peter Pitarasi, David Carroca, and Colleen Warren. Mr. Pitarasi is the director of Adapt Community Network's Techworks department. He specializes in assistive technology and services to help people maintain and increase their independence by providing free assistive technology for all New York City children and adults. Mr. Carroca is the Director of Assistive Technology for District 75 in the New York City DOE. He is a New York State licensed occupational therapist and special education teacher. The D75 Assistive Technology team provides evaluations and therapeutic interventions for students, as well as implementation strategies for the District 75 community. Ms. Warren is a pediatric-based physical therapist with over 20 years of clinical experience and has been serving as the director for assistive technology team since 2018. She brings extensive knowledge and background for the use of assistive technology, quality IEP development, and identification and implementation of environmental adaptations. After the session, we encourage you to submit your questions by emailing them to projectconnect@adaptcommunitynetwork.org. We hope you enjoy the session.
Hello, everybody. My name is Peter Pitaresi, and I'm the Director of Techworks here at Adapt Community Network. Thank you for joining us here today for our session on how to help children succeed in school through assistive technology. With me today, I have David, Colleen, and Lindsay from the New York City Department of Education. I'm going to pass it over to them, and I'll see you guys at the end to tell you more about Techworks and how we can assist you.
Welcome to this presentation. It's an introduction to assistive technology supports. My name is David Carroca. I am the Director of Assistive Technology for District 75. We also have with us.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Huntley. I'm the AT Supervisor for Center for Assistive Technology.
And hi, I'm Colleen Warren. I'm the Director for the Center of Assistive Technology.
Thank you for all of you for being here. So for our agenda, we're going to have an intro to our 2 AT teams. We're going to be discussing our shared mission. Then we're going to go through a brief overview of instructional technology, assistive technology, and universal design for learning and the difference between them. Then we're going to be defining and exploring assistive technology and how AT can support students. We will then be reviewing augmentative and alternative communication, known as AAC, and introduce some of the most commonly recommended AAC applications and programs. We will then discuss the assistive technology consideration process and the importance of the IEP and the school-based team in identifying and supporting the needs of the student. Finally, we will be providing some assistive technology resources. Next slide. Our mission. Our mission is focused on supporting students and their families, as well as DOE staff, by providing high quality assessments, training, resources, and implementation supports. Next slide.
Hi. Okay, so the two central AT teams, thank you, David, are carried out by the Center for Assistive Technology, and we provide services to preschool students, charter school students, students in non-public, and the District 1 to 32 schools. The District 75 team, D75 Assistive Technology team, provides services for the students in pre-K classes, specialized public schools, home and or home instruction. And the mission is carried out by both of these teams with our specialists. Together, we support all the students in all the districts. Things we do include evaluation, AT trials, training for students, staff and family, implementation support, and we also provide professional learning opportunities to school staff and administrators to build capacity on the understanding of instructional technology tools available, and also what AT tools are options and available at their schools or to explore. So in this slide, it's a slide about technology and learning. And this slide is a good visual showing the difference in instructional technology, assistive technology, and universal design for learning. The baseball game is synonymous with the curriculum and the classroom. In the first picture is the instructional technology approach, known as the IT approach. The crates are equivalent to the iPads and remote learning devices that everyone receives. Every student receives the same device with the same programs. But as you can see in the first image, the one student in the far right is still not able to see the game or access the curriculum. In the second picture, that is the assistive technology approach, the AT approach. Individualized supports have been identified and provided. The AT provided to the student on the far right is able, and he is now able to see the game or access the curriculum. In the third picture, that is considered the universal design for learning approach, or the UDL approach. The fence that has been created is now a see-through fence, allowing all people of different abilities to see the game or access the curriculum. UDL makes it easier and convenient for all students. No additional supports, as you can see, were needed nor provided for any of the students to access their curriculum. This is just something to keep in mind because many students may actually not need additional supports if the curriculum, assignment, or task is actually universally designed. So we're going to show you in this next slide, which is you can click on it, is a video showcasing how a preschool called Roosevelt, which used really a lot of assistive technology, but also they integrated assistive tech as instructional technology and universal design for learning, UDL, into their program. So it was very seamless. It was hard for you to see which students were using AT that was specific for them instead of students who are using just instructional technology and UDL that was built into their program. So, and Roosevelt is one of the schools in the ADAPT program. So Peter, please hit play so we can see this video. Thank you. So as you can see there, as we're going through the video, you have users using speech generating devices, but also users using low tech devices where they tap on. They're also even using here, the teacher supporting a student to point out which symbol it is for I'm hungry. They're using a variety of AAC communication built into the actual program for all the students to use. So in this program, as I said, it's very hard to see the difference between which students actually are using AT or are they using the UDL. But in this case, some students may not need assistive technology because it's already built into their program. So the next slide, I'm going to turn it back over to David, who's going to go over the definition of what is assistive technology.
Thank you, Colleen and Lindsay, for providing us an overview of the differences between instructional technology, universal design for learning, and assistive technology. But like Colleen said, let's define assistive technology. So according to the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, or IDEA, which is a law that protects children with disabilities, AT is any item, piece of equipment, or product system, whether acquired commercially off the shelf, modified, or customized, that is used to increase, maintain, or improve functional capabilities of individuals with disabilities. Next slide. And so again, we reviewed the difference between instructional technology and assistive technology on our baseball slide. But to reiterate, IT is focused on providing all students with the same supports. In this example, the students on the left are provided laptops during the learning experience. Assistive technology, as the picture on the right demonstrates, is focused on the individual needs of students. And this student needs a communication device as well as specialized reading and writing software to access the curriculum. Next slide.
What is augmentative and alternative communication? AAC includes all forms of communication other than oral speech that are used to express thoughts, needs, and wants. So communication aids can be picture and symbol based, simple communication boards, electronic devices, speech generating devices, and AAC users should not stop using speech if they're able to do so. The devices are used to enhance their communication. So here is the AAC continuum, and you can see that there's low-tech devices such as communication boards or single message communicator buttons all the way up. Then there's voice output communication aids, which are with recorded voices, and then all the way up to speech generating devices that could be on a computer and you can activate using touch, or it can be on an iPad or an eye gaze device. So look at this fabulous picture. Here is former President Barack Obama, and he is at a preschool classroom, and there is a child using a speech generating device. This is my most favorite picture of our former president. So one of the softwares that we use for adapting curriculum is called Boardmaker 7, and it's a picture-based curriculum that you can make various things for, anything from adapting circle time on a smart board to making simple math boards if you're in a classroom with manipulatives, and for reading activities, math, social studies, science. It goes across the continuum, and it's from pre-K all the way to high school. There's lots of groups that have already created boards, and there is a free trial. And when you get the PDF of our presentation, you can click the link for a free 30-day trial. And what's good about Boardmaker 7, it's accessible. So if a child is using a switch, or they're using their finger to touch, or even their eyes on an eye gaze device, they can access their curriculum. And you can create and edit various activities. You can assign different activities to students. There's data in it. It makes progress towards IEP goals, and there's a lot of things already created. Another option is Lesson Picks. And Lesson Picks is also another online tool that allows users to create customized curriculum. You can make bingo, picture cards, color sheets. There's thousands of pictures. You can upload your own photographs. You can download clip art, find ideas how to use it in the classroom. Therapy, there's also a shared library. And they also have, it's very inexpensive. It's $36 per year or $3 per month. And it's a great resource for teachers and related service providers. So here's a bunch of our different communication applications that we use with our students. Each of them is hyperlinked, so to show you what it looks like. So the first one is Prolo Quota Go, and if you click on it, it will show you what Prolo Quota Go looks like and some information on their website. So this has a variety of speech generating apps. I'm not going to click on them all. You can do that at your leisure. Okay, so other things we use are TD Snap, or formerly known as Snap Core First, Go Talk Now, Cough Drop. Some of these we're going to talk about a little bit later because they have free trials. Lamp Words for Life, Speak for Yourself, Touch Chat with Word Power, and Talk Suite. So all of these communication apps we assess our students with, and we make it's individualized. So we pick the communication app that best matches that student and what they need to do in their classroom environment. So there's apps that are phrase-based, or apps that are that you can communicate syntactically correct sentences. There's apps that have motor planning. So again, when we look at the student, we decide which app is appropriate along with the family and the school. So we apologize. They just changed the name of the app. It's called TD Snap, and it is free for speech pathologists. So there is a link on our PDF that you will get. So if you're a speech pathologist, you can sign up for a free app, and you can download the free version and unlock it once you sign up. So this is a great thing for you to try with your students in your classrooms and sessions. Another free app is called Go Talk Now Plus, has a free trial, Go Talk Lite, and it comes with 2 communication boards and a scene page, and the communication boards are anywhere from 2 locations all the way up to 36. And then you can also have a scene board, which is if you were taking a picture of your home or your child or the kitchen, you can have hotspots, and that your child can press the refrigerator and it can say, I want something to eat. Or if they're in their playroom, they can press their toy box, I want to play with a toy. So these are great. You can use photographs, and it's a great thing to use with your beginning communicators at home. If you want to try it, Speak for Yourself is another free, you can trial it for 30 days if you're a family or a related service provider. This is a motor planning app. There's only 2 pages, so not a lot of navigation. You can, I know it looks overwhelming, it's 120 locations, but you can hide everything and only expose, 4, 10, 8 buttons at a time. Cough Drop is one of the only communication systems that works on any platform. It will work on iOS, Android, Windows, and Chrome. So you can use it on a cell phone, you can use it on your iPad, you can use it on your Android tablet. There is a 60-day free trial. It comes with a bunch of languages that you guys can, through Google Translate. So if you have a student that speaks other languages, it's not perfect, but it's something is better than nothing. So families, if you want to try this at home, it is free, and there's a link of how to sign up. Okay, David, please, you're next. Tell us about AT considerations.
Thank you, Lindsay. And this is a great visual of the assistive technology consideration and assessment process, which, as the visual depicts, is a cycle. And it begins with a robust conversation with the IEP or the school-based team to determine the needs of the student. And based on this initial consideration process, the school-based team may initiate a referral to our teams. And then we, as the assistive technology departments, will then engage with the IEP school-based teams throughout each step to ensure the AT needs of the student are met. Next slide. And prior to referring a student for assistive technology, it's very important that the IEP or school-based team work together in designing a learning experience that works best for the student. And many times, low technology, instructional technology, and UDL should be the first steps considered when a student is experiencing difficulties in accessing the curriculum. And why is this? Because they are, as the slide indicates, they're least restrictive to curriculum access. They are definitely easier to acquire and implement, and advanced training is usually not required. Take laptops and tablets. These are ubiquitous in the educational setting. And most educators have a firm grasp on how to implement these types of technologies in the educational setting. Colleen,
Okay.
can you just present to us on the flow chart
Yes.
on the AT?
Yep, absolutely. So here is a, thank you, David. So here is a flow chart version of the circle you saw from the previous slide earlier. And it's kind of the flow of the process of an AT referral process and consideration. And the top of the flow chart is the consideration where the team, the IEP team, must consider assistive technology at every IEP meeting. So they review the needs of the student, and they also should ask themselves and ask the team of everyone working the student, can the student benefit from using any sort of assistive technology to support them? Now, the family or the parent can initiate the request. So you can initiate a request for an assistive technology evaluation at any point, even before your next IEP meeting, you can do that. But once that starts, the team has to sit and identify if AT is needed. The team initiates the initial or request for a reevaluation process with parental consent. So of course, a team cannot make a recommendation for AT evaluation without parental consent. So that is very important. Families will be notified that they are considering AT if you didn't initiate that request. Once the referral gets generated, it goes to the central assistive technology teams. The central AT teams, either the Center for Assistive Technology team or the District 75 Assistive Technology team, will schedule and conduct the AT evaluation with input from the IEP and the school-based team. So we request input from everyone that works with the NOS student, including their related service providers, their teachers, and anyone, and including, the family. After conducting the evaluation, an evaluation report is generated with recommendations about whether or not there is assistive technology being recommended or there isn't. So depending on the results of the recommendation, that report will indicate whether AT is recommended, and it gets provided to the IEP team or the school-based team, and they will review and adopt the recommendations. Now, if AT is recommended and the IEP team has met and decides, yes, we agree with this evaluation report and recommendation, AT will be adopted, and AT is now going to be added to the student's IEP or 504. And then after that, the equipment is to be provided by the school or central AT teams or the CSE team, depending on which school it falls under. After that, assistive technology training is provided as necessary or requested by the IEP team or school-based team, so that this helps support the student and the staff to be able to have the student utilize the assistive technology that is in place. So this is basically the flow. If you need to, if you're interested and need to start the process, please speak to your school-based team to request for an assistive technology evaluation. So the next slide, we're actually almost at the, I believe at the end. Yeah, so it's just some resources, and these are active links. Okay, so in this slide, this is our resources slide, and we have various clickable links for you to go to. The first link is the AT family site, and it provides various examples of AT, how to request an AT evaluation, and also information on the AT evaluation process. The second link is the AT AAC support site. It's a very robust site with a lot of support on AT as well as AAC implementation. Feel free to click on it and go peruse the site for yourself to see what useful information there is for you and your child. In the CAT team YouTube channel, that's the third link, there is a collection of various short screencasts, which are between 3 to 5 minutes long, that give you support on how to use different features of various AT or AAC programs. And the last link that is featured here is the AT training request form, in which if you click on, you and the student, the staff that works with your student that's using assistive technology that's received from us can request for assistive technology training. And in the final slide, we have for more information. If you have any questions or require more information and your student is enrolled in District 1 through 32, preschool program, charter school, or non-public school, you can email us at catteam@schools.nyc.gov for more information. If your student is using assistive technology in the named districts I just mentioned, you can email us at cattechsupport@schools.nyc.gov. Now, for students who are in the District 75 programs, for more information on assistive technology, you can email d75AT team@schools.nyc.gov. And for technical support, if your student is using provided by the D75 AT team, you can email them at D75 AT tech support@schools.nyc.gov. And that concludes our presentation. And we are going to, okay, thank you. And we're going to turn this over to Peter. I believe he is going to talk about how ADAPT can support you. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, David, Lindsay, and Colleen. As I said before, my name is Peter Pitteresi, and I'm the Director of Techworks here at ADAPT Community Network. I'm here to tell you a little bit about what we do and how we provide assistive technology supports and services. First of all, you may be asking yourself, what is TRADE? TRADE stands for Technology-Related Assistance for Individuals with Disabilities. TRADE was created with a Federal Assistive Technology Act in 1988, incorporated and revised into an act in the 90s, and later amended in 2004. The TRADE program is administered by the New York State Justice Center, and it's partially funded by the Rehabilitation Services Administration. And we have partnerships with the New York State Department of Health with their early intervention program, as well as Access VR, a state ed program assisting individuals with transitioning into the workforce. New York State is split into 12 separate regions, and each region is assigned a trade center. Techworks here at ADAPT Community Network is the regional trade center that covers all of New York City. The items that we have in our lending library fall into the major categories of assistive technology that are recognized across the industry. They are vision. For vision, we have things like magnifiers, talking devices, such as, like a talking thermostat, braille displays, screen reading software, text-to-speech systems using optical character recognition, large print materials, and things like phones with large tactile buttons. For hearing, we carry personal amplification devices, things like vibrating alarm clocks, face-to-face dual communication systems, amplified telephones with captioning, and specialized apps. When it comes to speech and communication, we have various voice amplification systems. We work with communication boards and symbol making software, and we have a variety of speech generating devices from paper boards, all the low tech items, all the way up to high tech electronic communication devices and things like iPads using communication software. For learning, cognition, and development, we have various things like memory aids, reminder systems, and note-taking systems, and mobile devices with specialized apps for reminders and being able to coordinate things. When it comes to mobility, seating, and positioning, we have wheelchairs, walkers, canes, crutches that we provide to families that are going through the process of trying to find a piece of equipment to fit their child. For daily living, we have dressing aids, reachers, various adapted kitchen tools and eating utensils, and even switch adapted appliances. For computers and related, we have various peripherals that allow people to use the computer, whether it's an alternative keyboard or input device or voice recognition software, or even just being able to assist somebody with screen magnification software for low vision, or software that speaks the items that are on the screen. And of course, recreation, sports, and leisure. Everybody likes to have fun, and we like to have a variety of items in our library that can help with that. We have a large amount of Switch adapted toys. We have things like adapted playing card shufflers, sporting equipment, and things like that, and even gardening equipment too. So we try to cover all of the disciplines of assistive technology from one end to the other. So basically here in Techworks and Trade, we do demonstrations. You can come to us, we can do them virtually over Zoom or something like that, or you can come and visit us in our library, and you can come and try any device in our inventory with people who have been working with these devices for a while and know all the ins and outs of them and can assist you with that. Once we demonstrate something and you see something you like, we can then proceed into a 60-day loan. So once you pick out an item, we can then loan that item out to you for 60 days for the evaluation purposes to make sure that that's the right item and that fits before you go through the acquisition process. We can keep on helping people. We do training. We cover a wide range of assistive technology topics for groups and individuals. We come out to various schools and community centers, and we'll present about topics. And last, we do information and assistance. If you're looking to find out who to contact on where to buy something, who to get a particular device from, are there alternatives? What are the best practices for using something? We often provide free solutions that are free or low cost and teach people how to modify existing pieces to create their own solution and do their own version of assistive technology with the items they have on hand. So if you have questions, we are here. We try to answer them for you. We have two main centers here in New York City. Our main center is the Techworks Brooklyn, located at 175 Lawrence Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. That is our main center and demonstration room where we have a lot of the stuff that we have in our library out on so people can see and come and try and play with what we have. And we also have our newest center, Techworks Manhattan, located at 80 West End Avenue in the Upper West Side, right by Lincoln Center. So if you want to come and see or work with one of us, you can give us a call or contact us, 718-436-7979 at extension 710. So again, if you want to get in touch with us, you can reach us at Techworks at adaptcommunitynetwork.org, or you can give us a call at 718-436-7979, extension 711, or you can also reach us through ADAPT Project Connect. So you can email Project Connect at adaptcommunitynetwork.org. Again, I want to thank everybody for watching this session on assistive technology, and I want to give a special thanks out to Lindsay Huntley, Colleen Warren, and David Karoka from the CAT team and the District 75 AT team. We really appreciate you guys doing this with us here at Trade, and thank you everybody out there for watching.